All right, and it looks like we are here and ready to go. So good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are, race fans. This is the Zelda 1 Randomizer Rookie Rumble 3 tournament, and it is the start of the semifinals match. This is round 1 with Ratboy versus Artorious. Today we also have Cameo and Renakai on tracking, and joining me in the booth today is Pedantic Potato. Pedantic, how are you doing today?
Not so well. Not so well. As you may know, this is July 4th, and a lot of my fellow potatoes have been turned into salad today and eaten by
Oh,
people across the country.
oh.
I'm so upset. But you know what will make me feel better is watching some good Zelda racing.
That is fantastic, and I can completely agree with you. It's been a great day for those watching at a later point in time. This is being broadcast on July 4th, so those of us across the United States are having a great time celebrating on this evening. But we are celebrating today with Zelda 1 Randomizer fun. So I'm looking forward to it today. I think it's going to be a good time. These are two incredibly talented players playing in our Rookie Rumble 3. I believe they were actually seated at 2 and 3 when we started coming into the bracket, and they've just been doing a phenomenal job all the way through.
They certainly have. They did not get here easily. By the way, have you released them yet?
I'm about to do so.
Okay, just checking. Yeah, these two have certainly fought their way through the brackets. Not against easy opponents. They've shown their mettle has been tested, and this is going to be good. They are both good runners.
Absolutely, and they have been released, so we're going to go and get to see that show up on the screen in just a moment or so here, as these guys end up getting started off for today. Now, Pedantic, there's the usual speculation at the beginning of this. Where do you think we're going to start today?
I think we're going to start up in the northeast, but the sword is going to be all the way in the southwest, and it's going to take them forever to walk all the way down there. And that they're not going to find any take-any's that can be accessed until they have a bomb or candle.
I got to tell you, a northeast start hanging out in Casino Corner when you have no sword and you got to pick up that sword in the southwest. That is one of the biggest pains that is possible out there, especially with how hard it is to route that southwest spot into anything. Thankfully, we're going to be in a fairly good spot today with these runners since we are running the Rookie Rumble 3 flag set today. We are going to have the opportunity to make sure that everybody does start with the wood sword. Oh, and by the way, you are very close over in the northeast. I mean, this is the northeast. We're in the Lost Hills. But they are going to start with the wood sword. They're going to have 8 bombs, and the recorder is going to be 4 hearts. And by the way, there's Ratboy grabbing at start at the Armos, a small secret.
All right, that's a way to start. Hopefully the items will pick up from here. Although being over here, we do get to check out 3 of the. Oh my God! There's our any roads, and they don't go very far so far.
There's an early find, but not a lot of breadth to it. Yeah, it's like we're just sinking streams here.
We're resyncing, yep.
Exactly.
All right, that's a pretty nice chop across the map there. Okay, not super far. All right, okay, so I believe we have, because of that, eliminated 2 of our spots where our Armos item could be.
Yeah, and that'll be helpful here since we're still going through. And the Armos item, great free item to get. Oh, by the way, that's a hint shop relatively early on, and those are some decent prices for hint shops.
Yep, and we will see how soon they get the money to afford that.
We're already finding level 8, and Ratboy's putting some time into level 8 already at Monaco Rock.
Well, it's got 2 items. Oh, you know what? That enemy said. Oh, there is our wood sword cave. Very close to start as well. So free candelier for Artorious.
And chat, yeah, we are all shapes tonight. That is part of our Rookie Rumble flag set here. Everything is going to be shapes from top to bottom across all the different dungeons, which gives us some very exciting things.
Looks like Ratboy has said, this level 8 is not for me right now. I'm going to come back to it later.
Yeah, the combat looks fun. There's a little bit of a ladder block potentially there. And there we go. There's another Armos right off the list.
Right when Ratboy getting some nice gambling results there. Plus 17, I believe.
Winner, winner. And I like that Artorias is going for the same level of basic investigation of 8, see what they can find. But at the end of it all, it's time to back out and continue on the hunt for something else.
And for me, it's really about the enemy set more than the size of the level. And that was not a fun enemy set.
Not at all.
All right, Artorias giving us our tour of the Any Roads.
It looks like he's going to pop back to where he came in and go check out the rest of the forest. He's going to find the same information here about the money-making game underneath the Armos.
Ratboy does not have a candle, so he can't check any of these candle spots as he's crossing the map. That's unfortunate. He'll have to come back later.
Chat, that pun was so good with Artorias. I could not recognize that on stream. It was very important. All right, so we have Artorias going through, and he is having the ability to take advantage of some of the different candle spots that we have here in the forest, and we're going to go get an opportunity to see first quest level 2 now.
Buying a heart. Oh, and there's our Armos item,
goodness.
the Any key.
Well, that is a convenient one to pick up this early on.
Certainly is. That really will unlock many dungeons. Can I get a nice rim shot for that one?
I know that Ratboy is a big advocate. He talks about it a bunch of times that the Armos items, you got to go digging for them really early on because it's that free item that you get to hang on to and really pick up from the beginning of any of these runs. And we can see him doing that today. I do wonder if that's going to be something that ends up being a little bit of a gulf or a differentiator between him and Artorias early on, or if we're going to see that trek over to the grave by Artorias to go check out that Armos. Ooh, and taking a death in the overworld.
Yeah, sometimes I delay picking up those Armos items, and sometimes it's just a heart container and I don't care. Sometimes you get to the Armos item 30 minutes in and find the wand, and you really regret that choice.
All right, we get our medium secret coming in at 33, it looks like.
And we've only seen level 8 so far, so I guess the other 7 levels are hiding from us.
Now, we could have a really exciting seat today where you have a raft, both raft locations, and the raft is behind a power bracelet check, and the power bracelet is behind a Goma. Like, we could really go to town, but here is level 6, potentially throwing us off from that.
Yep, and this enemy set here in 6 looks a little easier, so I think we'll see Artorias make some good progress here.
And excellent. We have Ratboy with a great screen scroll, bringing us over to the Death Armos.
And Death Armos living up to its name once again.
Rough path to get there, rough when you arrive. Perhaps a little bit of a ladder block over there in 6.
Well, ladder or key. There was a key door he could have gone through, but he didn't have a key. So ladder or key would get Artorias unblocked in level 6.
And Ratboy's taking the same trip up into Casino Corner that Artorias has already done, so I can imagine we'll see him with a candle before long.
Artorias continuing to search the forest here.
Yes, Chad, I do enjoy the oops all ladder blocks. Possible. We'll see what we get here. Every level is ladder blocked but one.
Between the two runners, they found almost all of the muggers. Sorry, door repairs.
Good to catch early, of course. Especially when you're not really rolling in the dough, so to speak. And I don't think we've seen the large secret quite yet. And there's 2, by the way, at the coast.
All right, and there was a key door there, but he can pirouette that one pretty easily. I say pretty easily, but I don't know that the enemies on the screen are going to agree with that assessment.
Yeah, Linos, Gorillas, Gibdos, all sorts of fun. But we do have it popped open. Ready to roll.
Okay, this is going to take a lot of sword swings to get through, but danger-wise, pretty low. So I think we'll see him make some progress here.
Yeah,
Unless
Paul's
those
voice
bubbles
are
get in the way.
exactly. Paul's voice are one of those things that you love to see sometimes in the overworld in a set like this, because they're what 10 hits I think with the wooden sword. It's a lot of time to burn them down, and when you have a lot of them in a and that's a very early find in the Triforce, but definitely not picking it up. We got at least one item to find here on the ground.
You know, though, might as well pick it up right now because it will fill you up to your full health, which is still just 3 hearts anyway.
That's true, and then you don't have to clear that room again. No more Paul's voice.
Exactly. This might be segmented. We'll find out soon.
That'll be interesting. The segmented levels are always one of the fun parts of shapes. And we're getting some keys from Artorious' side, which is great. Looks like Ratboy's trying to go ahead and get a bomb drop out of these Gibdos too, and there's a bomb upgrade in level 2. Just no cash for it.
And Ratboy finds our first take any, and since he already has the candle, he now is able to just directly get a heart. And in this Rookie Rumble flag set, 10 hearts will get us the magic sword. So I think that's what the runners are, hoping to pick up if they can.
Yeah, it's a great call, and with the recorder being the white sword item and being guaranteed at 4 hearts as well, Ratboy has absolutely made himself eligible as soon as he can go ahead and find that white sword cave. And there's that bomb drop he was looking for. Like's another one of those fun enemies that on Wood Sword just takes so long in the dungeon, even if they're not a huge threat. A little bit of a threat.
The worst part, oh no. And they are a threat, as shown here.
So we do know that the White Sword Cave, the recorder, is going to go ahead and be in the desert. So there's gosh, I think that there's only 3 spots left in the desert that we haven't taken a look at yet. So that's a pretty limited set, but it does mean that we may also be thinking about having the recorder underneath the power bracelet spot by the desert. And by the way, there's the Triforce and 2 for Artorious.
All right, very nice. And Ratboy finds a second take any out on the coast.
Excellent. And there is our level 9 on the coast, by the way, right near level 2.
And that looks like, if I saw that correctly, and I think Camion, our skilled tracker, will update this soon, I believe that was the blue boomerang on the coast there.
Well, something that we may not see our runners come back for it at some point in the future. It looks like Artorious is going to get an opportunity to see that himself in just a moment.
And Ratboy finds level 9, a place we will come back to later. Now Ratboy is arriving at level 2, but with the any key. See if that changes his approach to it compared to what Artorious did.
Yeah, we might see some things a little bit different, and there were some key doors that were hanging out here and too. Though I think it may have been the combat that was a little bit tedious at the end of it all. To be fair, I didn't actually see why Artorious turned around. I think he took a death in there. But this should certainly make for an interesting dig. Oh, and the bomb upgrade could be afforded.
Plus 5 bombs, that's pretty nice. With rooms like this where you've got the likes and the Pole's voice and you just got Wood Sword and low health, this is where you kind of, I guess in my mind, you got to switch game modes. You got to put yourself into what I guess I'd call slow mode, where you know it's going to take a while, but you're trying to find these early items. You don't have much health. You just got to play it safe and slowly work through the level.
And you have to do what you have to do on a level like 2. I mean, 2's so small that even if you have to put a little bit of effort into the tedium over here, it's probably going to be worth it for finding that item. 1 and 2 and maybe 3 and 4. Depending on what your viewpoint is, are really just those you got to dig when you find them.
These buyers are kind of the same thing. They are tedious to kill, but pretty predictable, and you got to do it.
Now, as a note here, since we do know that the recorder is going to be in the desert, according to the hint that we saw on the screen, there is only one desert spot that has not been checked so far, and that desert spot is the power bracelet spot that's just south of the fairy fountain. So if the recorder becomes an important item, we know that it's going to be power bracelets blocked.
That is interesting. We'll see if how that much that impacts the game. It might be the power bracelets easy, might be very hard.
And we may never even need the item whatsoever, but if I see a dig dogger show up by a staircase, I'm going to get really interested.
Yep, and with this flag set, it makes it less likely. Okay, there, Ratboy found a heart on the floor. That could be the level 2 heart. That could be the coast heart. We don't know yet for sure. There's Zelda's room. No Zelda to be found. She is lost somewhere in level 9. We'll see her in maybe about another 50 minutes. Ratboy is just checking these rooms. Oh, they're nice for a compass. Doesn't need that compass, of course. So his strategy here looks like he checked all the rooms to see if there was an easy item, and if not, he's not going to spend the time to fight for it at the moment.
Yeah, which is a fair way to take a look at this, right? Grab your Triforce and get out. Usually you can rely on the fact that, hey, you know that recorder is going to go ahead and be the white sword item, but now we run into the fun of knowing that it's going to be behind a power bracelet. Coming back to this level is maybe not going to be as easy as you might be thinking.
That is a very good point. All right, we are even on Triforces now, 1-1. And Ratboy's going back in.
Oh, he is. Right. Interesting. And I know chat said that they thought he had one room left. He actually may have. I thought he had a full cleared map, but he may very well have had one room left to clear up in the top portion of this. Oh, and actually, comment from chat, and so maybe I misread the hint because I know that they look very similar, and may have read it too quickly. It might actually be in the magical sword that was the hint for, rather than the recorder. In which case, that would put the magical sword over by the desert right now. So we'll see that when it comes up on the other runner's screen, I imagine, and confirm.
And there's our red candle. The item. Well, the red candle is nice to have. But it is definitely not a required item.
It's good to have a form of repeatable offense this early on, though, in the game, especially as we start running around rooms with bubbles and whatnot. Now, granted, it's not going to help you against a pulse voice or some such, but it's still something that you can go ahead and use to be a little bit helpful when your sword gets taken away.
Definitely.
Looks like Ratboy's about to enter 6.
All right. And this was ladder or key. Artorious had no key. Ratboy has the any key, so I think he'll stay here a little longer.
And incidentally, we now have Artorious dipping into 5 right here over at first quest level 3. A little bit of pirouette did not help, so right is the only direction to go.
Oh, there's another dig dogger, although this staircase may get us around him. Oh, straight into a Wizrobe room. Wow.
Yeah, the up and A immediately there, I see. And out we go from 5.
So that means the recorder, that brings up the likelihood it's required a lot more.
Yeah, and we will catch. Like I said, I may have made a mistake between that and the magical sword hint, but we'll see when it shows up on the screen again. And we'll also see when they start doing a little bit of poking around. A hint for 9 if we hadn't found it already, but both of our runners have come across it.
All right, between our runners, we have found all but one of the door repairs. There is the recorder.
There it is. So I did make that mistake. I'm glad to see we caught that by the river. Thank you, chat, for pointing that out. So that's going to be potentially really helpful right now.
It's amazing. I still feel like we have not found a lot of levels. We still have 1, 3, 4, and 7 outstanding.
Agreed. I imagine Artorious, while he's in the vicinity here, is going to make a pop into Recorder Lake and see what we have there. And if we start seeing levels that are under overworld blocks, oh, that's going to get interesting.
You can see here Ratboy is taking down a room full of pole voice. This is going to take forever, but it's a possible item room, and it's worth the time.
And there's 7 right in its vanilla spot.
Now, neither runner has gotten enough money to buy the hints, so we really have very little idea of what is where. I think with all these outstanding levels, if they could afford it, that would be a game changer.
Yeah, absolutely agreed. There's with all the we haven't seen the large secret yet. I know we've seen a few of the medium ones, but with them coming across almost every single door repair so far, it has really been a challenge for the money. Oh, and by the way, look at what level 7 has for us.
Is that a white sword?
It sure is. Very early on. 1 room in, I think.
That is a very nice find. That's going to accelerate, every room Artorious goes through, half as many sword swings. These are the kind of pickups that can really, put one runner's run over the other.
Yeah, especially in 7. A lot of people don't. And by the way, we see the Triforce on the floor in 6, but this, it's a transport. Especially when we have 7. A lot of people don't like to dig 7 too much. It's big in shapes, it's unwieldy. And you're only going to find 1 item as compared to going through and digging something like an 8. So, why go in there until you're told to go in there? But early dig, even though it was only 1 room in, absolutely worth it.
Meanwhile, Ratboy grabbed the Triforce out of 6 and left. So Ratboy is up by 1 Triforce, but Artorious has the white sword. I think at this point that gives more of a lead to Artorious. But we'll see where it goes. There's a lot of levels left.
True, and with them, and that lead that Ratboy may have had with the any key. I mean, it was a short-term lead. It probably led towards that first Triforce, but as you already said, that white sword is going to be very impactful early on. And look at that 7.
Like a scorpion to me, or something like that.
And I should probably know the name for this, but I don't. But if you remember in the very first Metroid, those little statues that would go ahead and have the items that you'd pick it up. This looks like a version of that facing in the opposite direction. And Ratboy opting for the potion as compared to getting a heart there.
All right, so he doesn't know if he will find... Well, doesn't know if he'll find the potion letter or if he'll have enough money for it.
There's our first large secret, and it is a big one. 125.
And chat coming through for us, Chozo Statues is with a name we forgot.
That's exactly what it was. Thank you so much, chat. And yes, that's another good call out, chat. That absolutely was a great double Dodongo bomb on the half tile there. Took them both out in 1 and got a drop from each.
Ratboy finding lots of potion shops around the start area.
And also a level now. Finding the entrance to 4.
All right, this probably should be a smaller level, but is it ladder blocked? We're about to find out. We got 2 more chances to see if it isn't. Okay, can't bomb up. Can we bomb left? We're about to find out. Now, it feels like Artorious is taking a lot of time in 7. Oh my god, it looks like level 4 is fully ladder blocked. Ladder required.
Block. That's going to be a tough one now. So, I mean, we've seen a handful of levels. 4, obviously, we can't dig for a ladder right now. But, I mean, we've come across 5, 6, 8. I think 1 and 3 are still missing right now. And we don't really have a good idea of the items of anything except for 2 and 7 right now.
Yeah, I think for Ratboy, what he probably should consider doing is saving, going and checking out that first set of hints right now.
Yeah, a little bit of saves coming wouldn't be a bad idea.
At the same time, though, again, he probably should keep looking for levels 1 and 3. Those are ones. Again, if we find them, we're going to fully dig them.
There we go. Now we have Ratboy with the recorder over by the river. Oh, we might actually get to see what is at Death Armos. Well,
it is a door repair.
Yeah. Well, we do see a save there. I wonder if your advice is about to be taken to heart.
I think so. Ratboy has really been studying this game and trying to use the best strategies, and certainly checking your hints is one of those. Here we go. Play a melody to obtain the raft. Okay, that tells us the raft is in 7.
Or it could be Dig Dogger blocked in whatever dungeon it ends up being in. But it doesn't matter because it matters for process of elimination, but you don't need it to win the game.
And the third hint, completely useless, just telling us about the boomerang, which we could see with our own eyes. So we may have learned where the raft is, but we did not learn where anything we actually need is.
At least it will potentially rule out the, as you were saying, 7, right? 7 is the most likely outcome of that. So going through and not stressing that much. Oh, no, actually it's not, because 7 has the white sword, so it is going to be Dodongo blocked somewhere in a dungeon.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. You are right. You are right. So that's funny, though, because that could cause Ratboy to think what I thought and not dig the item out of 7, and therefore not get the white sword.
Ooh.
So too much info might have hurt Ratboy.
That could be a real challenge. Now you're getting into like the aggressive metagame of thinking about it too much, maybe. But I like it. Or I'm a fan. It's a good way to consider it here. And incidentally, Ratboy saw that same room with the blue whiz robes, managed to bomb out, and saw a different room with more blue whiz robes.
Oh, this level 5. That's. But he does have the recorder. He could take down that Dig Dogger, so I'm not sure why he's not doing that. All right, Artorious taking us up to East Death Mountain for the first time this seed, and maybe 1 or 3 will be up here.
Yep, be good for us to get an opportunity to take a peek.
Found a little casino. Wow, hitting that plus 75 would have been nice. That might be worth the. Oh man, is it worth the time to gamble for it? I don't know.
Those people who are team middle would have really lucked out there. And I think Ratboy is going to take an opportunity to see 7 in just a moment. And if he goes ahead and he catches that, well, guess we'll see what that thought process looks like now that he has that hint. By the way, Spectacle Rock with our next large secret on the map. Nope, he's not going to go left. Interesting. More hints, incidentally.
Will he buy them? Because he can't really easily save and come back that quickly, but maybe... maybe he's going to... Well, we'll see. He's got the money now, so yeah, I guess he's going to go for the right set of hints, and obviously we know those are mostly garbage, and then maybe we'll see him go for the left scent.
Yeah, the double hint scum is absolutely not off the table here.
And it is smart. I mean, actually, now that I look at it, yeah, it's about 9 screens away from start to get to that left hints. But if you have to walk 9 screens to later save clearing 30 screens, that's worth it.
Yeah, that is completely fair. Well, Artorious is making his way through. Screen scroll by screen scroll, looks like.
Looks like he was mostly doing that for the dangerous Lionels on that screen. These other easier
yeah.
screens, not worrying about it as much.
All right, and we're heading right on back up to Death Mountain. We should be at Spectacle Rock in just a moment. Or, sorry, just west of Spectacle Rock, not Spectacle Rock. There we go. There was speculation in chat that 5 was going to be the raft, and it sure is.
Play a melody to obtain the white sword. Okay, well, that time it's correct. Feat of strength will lead to the ladder. Okay, so we have a power bracelet black level.
Chain.
And that's the one that has the ladder. Oh my god, this is amazing for us. Terrible for the runners, but amazing for us.
That's amazing information for Artorious to have, though, since we know that we are hard blocked over in 4, and we're maybe running into some other challenges out there right now. And by the way, Ratboy picking up that white sword in 7. But we know we're hard blocked in 4. We have to find that ladder. So, great, fantastic. But now you know that you're on a dig for the power bracelet. That's what you got to be looking for wherever you end up going.
So, I think... I mean, I would say we need to finish bombing West Death Mountain to see if there's a level there. And then go back to whatever level's not level 5. And we already know it's in 7. We already know it's in 2. I guess level 4 and 8 and 6. We gotta find those items.
Yeah, and we can't even get into 4 without the ladder. So we're
you're
at
right.
6 and 8, and then can we find other things out there?
Wow. Well, folks, refill your drinks. We could be here a while.
And Artorious is about to learn the harsh truth about 4. But he learns that harsh truth knowing that the ladder is behind a power bracelet, so that could very well change his path tonight.
Yes, that is powerful information. All right. I don't know exactly which... Oh, he's going to the Any Roads. No? No, he's not. Oh, he hasn't been up here to Candle Alley yet. Sorry, Candle Row. It's not an alley. It's a row.
These Dodongos, they are not playing nice for Ratboy right now over in 7. None of those were intended, I don't think. That's alright.
Ratboy, lucky he has that bomb upgrade.
And it's paying dividends. Artorious at 255, a blue ring, I think, now. He's on the screen for it. There it is.
Blue ring, a thing I like to buy, and I think if you got the money, most runners like to buy it. Why not? Gives you double the defense, it means double the survivability.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can't always bank on finding the red ring. Sometimes it ends up in a place that you don't want it to be, like 9. By then it's a little bit too late to gain your value. I mean, you can still do it, but it's a little bit late in the day.
And you know, with those blue Wizrobe dungeons, this is going to be a lot of not fun combat.
True, hoping for the runners if they find a bunch of hearts, easy. Just laying out there on the floor. That way we can go ahead and pick up mags and potentially be in a better spot, all things considered.
Looks like a few Lionels and Gorillas got together there and wanted to make a point to Artorious that we don't care that you get the blue ring, we're still not going to be nice to you. Alright, Artorious back in level 8. He knows he's got to find, so many items. But now he's got his blue ring, he's got his white sword, he has got 6 hearts. Much better equipped than he was last time.
This will definitely feel a lot better, and since 8 will have 2 different items, that is already annoying, but since 8's going to have 2 different items down the staircase, he's going to have an opportunity to really go through and ideally have a better chance at the power bracelet. Now, I thought that there was another path he could have taken there, but it looks like he's leaving, appearing to be ladder blocked.
I think, yeah, he could have fought that Gliok, I think, and gone up, but he chose not to.
Well, Gleoks are never fun.
Well, that is true. Maybe, if he can come back with full hearts, maybe that would change his mind. And it almost looks like that's what he's doing. Or he's decided, hey, I haven't finished West Death Mountain. Let's see if there's a level over there.
Yeah, it's very possible. Our amount of spots that you can check out in East Hyrule has really dwindled, so it's time to go see what we can find out on Death Mountain.
We got another big secret, which is nice, but not an item. Or not a level.
Oh, and there we are. Same screen for our runners. The decision to dig West Death Mountain is currently very popular in this game. Hello, level 3.
Alright, so that means level 1 is our blocked level. And based on the sounds outside my window, it seems my neighbors have also bought the bomb upgrade and are using it liberally.
It's a very exciting day for some people with their hands on explosives. That's for sure. It's a fun little shape over in level 3.
Like some sort of dinosaur. And there is the book in level 3.
Well, turns out the book, helpful. The book is an atlas in this rule set, so it's going to go ahead and give you access to the maps for all of the different dungeons. However, what it is not is the power bracelet.
Very true. But, and I think even in some of those bigger dungeons, we already found the maps, so not that big a help, really.
Yeah, there are some stages in the game. Oh, go, please.
1 is blocked, 2 we know, 3 we know, 4 is blocked, 5 is raft, 7 is white sword. Our power bracelet's got to be in 6 or 8.
Yeah, that's it. 6 or 8, and we know that Ratboy at the very least has seen a chunk of that 6, but left before finding that item, so I think it might be time to return for the tour of 6 soon. And there's that Triforce in 3 for Ratboy. It looks like we didn't need to make a trip over to the segment.
And unfortunately, Artorious really needs to go not through this, but rather go down, as we know. Yep. Oh well. Well, a little extra time. Not that big a level, not that big a deal. Now, Ratboy is still looking because he doesn't know that, like we know, that final level is blocked.
Yeah, I'll probably clear out the remaining 3 checks, I think, on West Death Mountain, and then decide to go ahead and pack it in and try one of the other dungeons that we do know about.
Yeah, I guess even though he doesn't have the hint, by process of elimination, he's going to come to a similar conclusion.
And by digging through the segment, incidentally, Artorious is likely to go through and find the heart 2 and 3 as he pokes around. So at the very least, there's going to be some boon. Working up to a larger heart count always gives you that option of maybe mags will happen in your future.
That would definitely be appreciated with those blue whiz robes.
With them, I might even wait to go back into 5 for until I had the magical sword. Alright, we get Ratboy going through and doing the rest of his checks.
And Ratboy has maxed out his money.
We may just see a blue ring purchase from him as well in the not too distant future. As a matter of fact, he's very close to one of the shops right here, I believe. There we go. Defensive upgrades for both players.
All right, and they're both going to need it. All right, Ratboy going to search East Death Mountain. We know there's nothing to be found, but he does not know that yet.
He does not know that. He will find the hint shop, but he just spent all of his money, so that's not going to be an opportunity for him.
Oh, you're right.
So he's going to miss out on that information. He's going to have to work through process of elimination and hope it's enough. And Artorius knows he's getting out of West Death Mountain. He's put 2 and 2 together.
All right, and we are at level 2. Now, he does not have that red candle out of 2. He's going to have to fight his way to find it, but he is well equipped to do that. And then he will, once he has that, he'll put all the knowledge together that the rest of us have.
Ratboy did pick up a large secret over at Spectacle Rock, and so he has just found out that 5 has the raft.
Every time we get some divergence between the runners, it keeps coming back together.
There it is. Now he has what he needs.
Now Ratboy already has the recorder from 6. He could have whistled back there at any time. Instead, he's going to go to 8. And with the book now, we've got this full map. Oh boy. Ooh.
It's an interesting choice. He saw an awful lot of 6, but, I mean, 8's going to have 2 items. You have a much better chance at finding what it is you're looking for.
All right, here's that Gliak, I think. Is this the one we were talking about earlier?
I believe it is.
I didn't realize it was 4 heads. Ouch.
It's not fun for anybody. But to be fair, there's not a lot of combat upgrades you're going to find short of getting that red ring out there somewhere. And by the way, there's a red candle for Artorius. Short of getting that red ring or enough hearts for the magical sword, though the wand going ahead and hitting the double tap is not a terrible thing when you're fighting a Gliok.
Yep, that would be appreciated. Well, not necessarily for the book, though, because then it shoots the fire.
That's true.
And you're burning yourself.
The book was not an atlas. I'll tell you, I would never pick up the book in these seats. Artorius took the different decision. Ratboy went 8, he went 6. Let's see who pays off.
This 8 does not look like it's going to be fast if all these darkness we have to fight through. But, you know, maybe Ratboy will hit it lucky. Maybe this is the power bracelet room right here. You know, normally I would say digging rooms is at least going to get you keys, but we don't need keys. We started with the any key, effectively.
Keys, rupees, bombs maybe, all things that are not really relevant to the runners at this point in time. Bombs, I guess, are okay, but they're both doing pretty nice on that bomb upgrade.
And those blue dark nuts were decoys. They weren't actually guarding anything at all.
See how we poke through. I know 8's gonna go. Oh, ouch! There's that ladder block we were looking at earlier.
And Ratboy, rather than up A, says, "I've got sword beams. I'm just gonna try to kill this dig dogger so I can go back."
There's only 2 chokes to go ahead and get through 8. One right there in the E column, and one in the dash column. So if we can't find a way up through either one of those, we're going to be relying on the transport.
And that bombs through. Oh, we got a staircase here.
Interesting, interesting. Let's drop that Moldorm and see what we have. It's the transport.
Question is this a 1 or a 2 transport? 2 transport level. Is that another staircase? I can't tell. The room's kind of dark on my screen. I can't.
I don't know, actually. I think it's a staircase. Yeah, there it is. And it's silver arrows.
Silver arrows. Okay, so level 8 is necessary to dig, but will the power bracelet be the other item? We don't know yet.
You know, no matter how you slice it, it wasn't a waste of time, because he absolutely needed those. But hopefully hopefully he finds that power bracelet for the second one. If you're cheering for Team Ratboy, that is. If you're cheering for Team Artorius, you're hoping to find that power bracelet over there in 6.
There's that Triforce in 6. Trying to get Artorius to grab it. Leave the level. Same thing happening to Ratboy. Will either of them succumb to the Siren Song with the Triforce? Answer is
Oh, the
no.
allure.
Wand and
wand.
6. Not what we were looking for. Level 8 has all the...
And
there
it
is!
is!
See here how both runners approach us with equal skill, and they had to roll the dice, and Ratboy's dice pointed him in the right direction.
You know, and that's what makes the randomizer so exciting, is you can see two people of incredible skill coming into this, and sometimes you just gotta make a choice. You don't know what luck is going to give you sometimes.
And Artorious catching up in the Triforce count for about, I'd say, 3 seconds, and then Ratboy extending the lead by 1 Triforce again. Artorious knows now exactly where to go, level 8, and I'm sure he will find these items very soon.
And there's level 1 right near our starting location.
All right, let's find that ladder and the one other item. Oh, is there anything we care about? A bow. Oh yeah, we need that bow thing, don't we?
We do need that bow. Now that could still be in 4 behind the ladder, but aside from that, I mean, we're looking at... Yeah, bow, that's really about it. The red ring would be a nice to have, but both of these runners could survive without it.
Yeah,
that's
they're pretty comfortable with the blue ring and the white sword.
That's a very linear one. There we go. There's the ladder we knew that was in 1. So that is excellent. There we go. Very early on as well.
Right, and I am 100% sure Ratboy will find out what that second item is.
Yeah, almost certainly in this case here. I mean, we're digging through this whole level. It's with everything else. I mean, it's the bow. You got to go looking for the bow. There's no other alternative here. You're not going to roll your dice on 4, though maybe you will with that many blue whiz robes hanging around.
So Artorious is using the technique you talked about. He's using the sword and the wand at the same time, and with the darkness, that works pretty well.
Yeah, you have to hit both buttons at the same time, but you know you're basically doing max damage with every hit that you do.
Now it's about halfway through this level.
On such a linear one, I mean, you might be concerned about keys. 1 is usually a little bit rough when it comes to keys. But, I mean, he's full of keys, he's full of bombs. This is never going to be a concern. It's just when you hit these really nasty rooms like this that you have to sit back and question it. I know he... Oh, by the way, Silver's showing up for artorious308. I know he was looking at his potion for a second or so, but... There it is.
Yep, I mean, you really have to. You don't want to spend the money, but you got to get through this room. There's no way around it. Yeah, it's to me, it's the combination of the BMOS and the darkness that makes us deadly.
Yeah, the 4 BMOS, they're just tough. And right at the tip of level 1, you have to dig the whole thing to get to that Triforce.
And there's that bow in 1.
There we go. Well, bow in 1. Now we're just get the Triforce and get the heck out at this point for Ratboy. I know Artorious has the silver arrows, but the bow is absolutely going to be on his mind as he goes through. So this power bracelet will lead him to 1 as well. But at this point, that divergence between the two of them, when they had a 50-50 shot, I think that's going to be putting Ratboy at least a couple of minutes ahead here.
Yep, yeah, that's the way it rolls sometimes. So now Ratboy can attack 4. He also can go back to 5, and of course go back to 7.
Good bomb from Artorious. Going and hitting the Dark Nuts and going and bombing at the wall at the same time. It's good work. And 4 just looks like a slightly beefier one in terms of its map.
And going to be funny if the Triforce is this first room and we never see anything more. Well, it is a heart container. That is
That's
nice
something.
to have.
And now we're going to know exactly where it is. It's not too far, about halfway up. Ooh, but it's behind some friends.
Yeah, this is definitely a combat, higher difficulty combat seed. We've had others where you find the red ring early on, and the enemy set is just a bunch of gorillas, but Wizrobes and bring your own ring.
Yeah, but to be fair, with these runners being as excellent as they are at combat, they're really moving through so fast through things that could be a huge challenge for a variety of other runners out there.
That is true.
Gleok lurks with the heart container. We find out in 8.
All right.
Well, we know that there's nothing worth digging over in 4 at this point, unless you want an extra heart container, which maybe, as you're working towards mags. But I genuinely doubt that Ratboy is going to do anything other than Triforce and get out.
So now we know that the red ring and the wood boomerang are going to be over in level 9.
That is true. The question is if we're going to see anybody go digging for that red ring. There's sometimes when combat is so aggressive like this seed, if we ended up getting more Wizrobes and more Dark Nuts over in 9, the red ring dig might be worth it. I'm going to suggest that nobody digs for the wooden boomerang, though. That's probably not going to happen.
No, they will not. And Artorious is making his way through 8. I think he took a little different route than Ratboy did, so it's taking him a little longer to find that staircase. And Ratboy refreshing his potion. Very nice.
Yeah. Technically, the prices are a little bit better if you go ahead and you buy the red versus the blue one here, but money is at a premium right now.
I think Artorious is in the correct room. It's a very dangerous room. Oh no. No. Ooh.
Oof. Gonna be tight.
Oh, that's not good. And I don't think he has a potion.
I don't think he does either. Oof.
So that early potion pickup by Ratboy, I guess, just showed us why it was valuable. He used it twice in various rooms that were, he was low on health, and as a result, he lived and didn't die, and he didn't take this time sink, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it was almost a questioning moment, for lack of a better phrase. Wouldn't you want that extra heart? Because he'd be at mags right now if he took it, but then again, he'd probably be dead by now if he didn't take it. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Clearing out some dig doggers here in 5.
It looks like Artorious is, I think, as Malkier in chat pointed out, walking to a potion shop. Because he knows he needs to have that.
Oh, so that would have been a very inopportune up and A from Artorious if he popped that very quickly.
Okay, level 5, now we get the hint about the book being in level 3, thanks a lot. And also where level 1 is, thanks a lot.
Great to know. I do appreciate the clear of the dig dogger rather than going back through the transport staircase, because Ratboy didn't want to deal with any of those blue Wizrobes. Not at all. See if we can't get that Triforce nice and early. Oh, never mind, we get friends again.
Yeah, this is definitely a combat-heavy seed.
There's your Triforce for Ratboy.
Yep. It's amazing. It's a couple choices and made a huge difference in the seed between these two runners.
Now we still have 9, and 9 can do 9 things, and sometimes you end up going through and you have to take every single one of the staircases to get to where you need to be, and then sometimes another person in the exact same run can just find the straight continuous path from the entrance all the way to Ganon and all the way to Zelda. So It's going to be interesting to see how 9 trolls, if at all, as we continue on through this. It could very well equalize this race.
That is very true. And Artorius has picked up his power bracelet. He can now head to level 1. After he picks up the Triforce.
He's not too far away, though. Should be nice and easy for him. Ratboy clearing out the Goma there. Running a little bit tight on rupees again, though. Got to make sure you save at least one of those for Ganon.
That is true.
Triforce out of 8 for Artorius. Now it's time to go check out level... Ooh. But we are not going in the right direction level 1 here.
Oh, interesting choice. Why? Okay, he's going
For
to areas where there's more density, I guess, of checks.
I suppose. I mean, he's going to the push over at the... over by Start, which is... I mean, fair. You gotta go check that out, right?
That is true. I do believe Artorius picked up silvers also.
He did.
Yep, I just saw them right there.
Yeah, Artorius, he just needs to get into 1, get that ladder, get that bow, and then he's rocking and rolling the rest of the sea, just like Ratboy's been. He's behind, sure, but he's not behind by so much that he can't go ahead and make this up if 9 looks a little rough.
Ratboy walking by another bomb upgrade. He is only about 85 rupees short.
Give or take.
Alright, Artorius has now eliminated all the other push blocks and is back to the one that actually has level 1.
Alright, let's see how he does. The ladder should be pretty early on in the level. The bow being much later.
I believe this was the ladder.
Yep. Ratboy clearing out everything over in 7 to go ahead and find that Triforce.
And this is where he's using that wand and sword strategy again to good use.
Yeah, it's absolutely a powerful way to go through this. There's that ladder for Artorius. It's a powerful way to go through, but Ratboy also has the advantage of going ahead and firing these silver arrows. They do as much damage as the magical sword. So that's 4 HP of damage really going into any of these enemies here.
Hell yeah, this would be... I mean, we can't redo things that didn't happen, but it'd be interesting how this would have gone without that early any key.
Agreed. There's been so many locked doors that everybody just pushes through like they were nothing. And sure, we've seen a bunch of keys on the ground, but I think we would have had some resource concerns if we hadn't had that any key early on.
Definitely.
Especially with some of the linear paths that we've been seeing. 1 obviously, 2 had, 1 4 was semi-linear as well. Like, it's definitely impactful. And that potion coming into play.
Yeah, he knows he's going back to this room of blue Wizrobes. Is he going to fight it now? Probably not, but he knew he would get hit like he did.
I can tell you, Ratboy is burning through these bombs over here in 7. Never mind. 7 provides.
Artorius checking to see if there are wall masters in that room. There are not. I don't think we've seen them yet. But here's that other room we have to fight. And this is just obnoxious, but there's no way around it.
Yeah, and at this stage of the game, I mean, lucky to have a potion. You could always use, your quote-unquote save the room strats here and pop in, pop out, kill as many as you can, and cross your fingers and hope for the rest of it. But we'll see. I mean, Artorius is doing an excellent job. Going back to what we were saying earlier, I mean, these racers are just excellent at what they do. Great combat skills.
Very nice clear there by Artorius. Can he take down this room with 3 gels? I think so.
Well, as he does, we are getting our Triforce in 7 for Ratboy, and now level 9 is open.
There is that bow for Artorius.
Artorius does have to chew through 1, 2, 3, 4 Triforces before he can go ahead and catch up in 9. But again, you never know, right? Pathing to 7 was the Triforce in 7. It was really deep. Was went a certain way for Ratboy. It could go a lot smoother for Artorius. It could go a lot smoother in some of the other dungeons too. And like we said, 9 can be tough.
Yeah, I mean, the tracker shows you 3 Triforce difference, but I don't feel it's that big of a time difference, actually.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw both in 9 simultaneously, though I do think that that Ratboy does have a pretty good lead going on here. See how nice 9 wants to be with us. Ganon in the first room, Zelda in the second room. That's going to be a little bit of a different story.
All right, Ratboy clearing some rooms with potential push blocks. It'll be funny if he just runs into the red ring.
The enemy set here in 9 really isn't that bad, which is good for Ratboy, not as good for Artorius. Sure, those pulse voice are annoying, but you have the silver arrows by now.
Yeah, that's trivial to take down that way.
And we'll be taking 1 of our transport staircases, and we have a total of 6, I think, in 9, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, so we have, amongst all the different staircases that you're going to see here, we have 12 for the transport staircases. So that's 6 transports, an entrance and an exit for both of them. And you're going to find an additional 2 in here because there are 2 items in 9. So we're going ahead and we're taking a look at 14 total staircases. Inside that level 9, which, not the largest 9 I've ever seen, but it certainly is not the smallest 9 that's ever existed. A lot to dig through and a lot to look for. Which, by the way, Pedantic Potato, what are we looking for here in 9?
I believe we are looking for a roar and a door. We're listening for the roar of Ganon. If we're directly adjacent to his room, we can hear him. And we're also looking for a door that will not open. And that door that will not open is Zelda's room. It'll only open once Ganon has been defeated.
Yep, so we will see how that ends up panning out. Anytime Ratboy runs into a room where there's that single shutter door, and it doesn't go ahead and pop on open, though I guess it would be strange to see a double shutter door not pop on open if a block was pushed. But sees that single shutter door, then we're going to be really interested in what the outcome of that's going to be. Though admittedly, Ganon's room, if it's connected to Zelda, he might have more than one shutter door over there.
And those Patras and Digdoggers could be masking the sound of Ganon as well, so that could impact things.
That is true. There is there's apparently an audio change when you're going in and you're hearing the Digdoggers, you're hearing the Patras and whatnot, when Ganon is also being overlaid in the audio. By the way, Artorius getting the Triforce in 4. But I don't have the skill set to catch it. I think these runners do though, right? They're pretty talented in terms of what they're doing. So maybe Ratboy won't be surprised, but on the other hand, maybe you'll see him clear those rooms out.
Yeah, it varies by person and their ear and how loud they have the sound and all sorts of things. So that's not guaranteed. All right, Ratboy saying, I'm just going back to the start. I'm done walking down this path. All right, Artorius heading back to 5. Encountering his first Digdocker, saying, I'm done with you. Give me the map. No, wait, I don't need the map. I already have the book.
Which, making the same choice as Ratboy did when he came in here. Let's go through the Digdogger. Let's not deal with the Wizrobes. By the way, picking up the heart, and we are on equal hearts between the two of them.
That looks like Zelda's room there, the Ratboy just found. In the V column, 4 rooms up.
There we go. Now it's just time to find that roar, find Ganon, and then make our way right on back. I think I hear it.
I thought I heard it too. Wait, is that Ganon potentially directly above Zelda? Oh my.
With a door leading in there, I think it is.
Wow.
So this is actually one of those examples where it's not a single shutter door. Ganon's
Very specific example, yes.
All right, let's see, Ratboy. We get a few hits we have to do when we're on the white sword. Oh, just missed the stun lock. Yeah, the potion's not a terrible idea. You're gonna go ahead and take 2 hearts of damage if Ganon goes ahead and touches you here. So that's let's be safe rather than sorry. There it is.
All right, now we have to find Zelda. Where is she? Oh yeah, she's one room below.
I'd say it's a big trek from here. All right, get your GGs in chat for Ratboy. Finishing with an official race time of, I should know this, about 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 17 seconds.
Just over the 1 hour mark. Didn't quite hit the sub-hour. Well, we thought the seed was going to slow down a lot because of all those blocks, but it doesn't seem like that's what happened at all.
You know, it's a testament to the quality of the runners that they ran into all these blocks, ran into all the fun and where their dungeons ended up. And regardless of all that, they persevered and they just they powered through to get to what they needed to do.
Yep, and as Malkier in chat pointed out, the real thing that would have held up a lot of runners is that combat. And neither of these runners, you know, shrugged a shoulder at it. So that is very impressive.
Oh, it's fantastic right there. Only 2 deaths whatsoever in this whole run. That's fantastic. I didn't even notice those 2, but keeping it low when the combat is this bad, and that's just impressive.
It is.
Alrighty, well, we are still continuing on right now with the run over on Artorious' side. We may or may not get an opportunity to get Ratboy in the booth with us today. It looks like he's actually going to take the invite and join us for a little bit. And incidentally, it looks like we're going to have a forfeit from Artorious. And Ratboy, welcome to the booth. GG.
Hey, thank you. That was something.
That sure was a seed, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Blue Ring was the MVP. There was no way I was going to make it through all those Wizrobe Darknut dungeons without it.
You were so close to getting the magical sword too. I was sitting back and rooting for you, you know, as best as we could. Same thing with Artorious, who has also joined us in the booth. Artorious, GG.
GG's.
Hey, GG Ratboy. And
I never found the magic sword, so it's possible one of 3 push blocks or on the raft.
It was not the push blocks. Artorious checked them.
So magic sword would have been raft blocked.
Nope. Magic Sword was a fairy push block. I never made it there because I didn't have the hearts.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
the
okay.
it was one,
sorry.
the desert push block. Yeah, I got a bit confused early on in the stream and swapped that with the recorder. Whoops. But yeah, it was sitting there waiting and hoping for you guys to find that power bracelet. Which, by the way, how much did you enjoy that dig into 8 to go find that power bracelet?
So I mean, by that point, it was a toss-up. I had either 8 or 6. I couldn't remember if 6 was Wizrobe Darknut, but it's like, you know, 2 items in 8 for probably close to the same size as 6 is going to be. So I'm going to go there first. And yeah, it wasn't too bad because once you get to that transport, then everything was, you know, within 5 or 6 rooms. You pick up the silvers, and then you get the power bracelet and the Triforce, and out you go. And then 1 obviously was the dream, ladder and bow. So then it just meant cleaning up 4, 5, and 7, which were all awful.
Yeah, we really noticed there was 2 decisions that really I think changed the seed or changed the course of the game for you 2 and put you ahead, Ratboy. One was Ratboy, you picked up a potion from the Take Any and had a potion on hand earlier. And Artorious, there's at one point where you had the blue Dark Nut room, could not make it through, had to go buy a potion and come back. And Ratboy already had the potion ready to go, and therefore did not take that time loss. I think Ratboy actually used the potion twice in 2 different combat rooms that were difficult.
Yeah, and then I bought a blue one. I could only afford a blue one before
Yep.
5 and 7. I think I used 2 of them. One in 1 and one in 4. I had to pop a potion in both of those ones.
Yeah, it was very good combat by both of you. That was not easy. If you couldn't have afforded the blue ring, and if the white sword wasn't out there, oh wow, that it could have been a real nightmare with a wood sword and no ring or something like that.
Yeah, some of those rooms I don't know if I would have made it through, like the, what was it, 6 blue Wizzies and 4, shutter to the top and bomb hole to the south. Yeah.
Oh, and I was saying the other decision point is you were both actually, I think, almost exactly the same spot where you knew the item, the power bracelet, was either in 6 or 8. And Artorious went to 6 and Ratboy went to 8. So that, I think, added up a little bit more time difference too.
Yeah, not going back to 6. I mean, that probably saves me, 5 or 6 minutes at least, clearing that one out. So, that could very well just be the difference right there.
And Artorious, the 9 was actually pretty fast. So once you got there, I think you would have finished pretty quickly. The Zelda was attached 1 room away from Ganon.
As rare as it is, yeah.
Yeah, and especially if you don't take the first stair because you're low on bombs, like I did. But then you end up back at the beginning anyway, and then you stumble on her pretty quick. Or both of them pretty quick.
Oh, wonderful! Just would have had to get there, which was struggling mightily. Yeah, like you said, those rooms were definitely something.
Yeah, I wouldn't have made it through without. I popped 3 potions this seed. I'm always a firm believer in take one from a take any. Typically after either the second or third one, depending on if I've picked up, any early hearts. And usually, 1 red will get me by. But yeah, I'm not afraid to pop them early if I have to. I don't want to take a death deep in a dungeon.
Yeah, we were definitely commenting, and chat was commenting as well, that this was definitely a high difficulty combat seed. And there's a lot of runners who at this point would still be, 3 Triforces in and flailing. So you both did incredibly well in this seed. Everyone's giving you kudos.
Yeah. And I mean, looking at, I don't know where you were in 5 or 7, but aside from, I think 5's Triforce was blue Dark Nut blocked. 7's wasn't too bad. You just had to get to the transport to get to the top half. But it wasn't, a crazy long dig. So I don't think there's, that long of a gap between us.
Yeah, I mean, these are the fun seeds though, right? The ones where you definitely learn a lot about, where to go, the combat, everything like that. And much like the last one I had, definitely enjoy and appreciate all of these.
Oh yeah, I like the challenge. I was really sad that I couldn't pick up that second bomb upgrade because I knew, Wizzies and Dark Nuts together in at least 3 dungeons I think I had seen at that point. And it's like, I gotta save up for a ring here.
Yeah, if money had been short and the rings weren't available, would that have been different?
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a few rooms there. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's, farming for potions and you're popping 2 potions in a room or something, but yeah, there was a few of those rooms that I'm not sure I make it through on the first go or second or probably third even.
Yep.
If it wasn't for the white sword and blue ring.
I definitely saw you clear a couple rooms and leave with only 2 hearts left. So yeah, any change in combat would have made it a lot more dicey.
Yep.
I do want to say I really appreciate the seed giving me, I think, all but one door repair and all but one medium secret before I saw any large or small. I don't even think I saw a small secret the whole seed.
There were a couple of them. The small was sitting at 10 rupees, but it
Yeah.
took a very long time to find any of those large secrets. And finding all those door repairs as you were hitting all the medium secrets, like money appeared that it was going to be a problem at the beginning of the seed. Thankfully, it wasn't. You were both able to pick up the blue ring, but money was getting very concerning very early on, and again towards the end for some parts of this.
Yeah,
That's the other thing that could have torpedoed you. Well, maybe not torpedoed you, Ratboy, but you got really lucky that there was a large secret right before the hint shop. So you had spent all your money on the blue ring, and then you found the large secret immediately next to the final hint shop, which is the one that had all the good hints.
yeah.
We were wondering how
yeah.
that would have changed things if you had not been able to buy those hints.
Yeah, we were talking about that that was the hint that said more or less explicitly, hey, level 1 is the remaining dungeon right now. It has the ladder. You need the power bracelet. Good luck. And you showed up there with something like 8 rupees, give or take, until you were lucky enough to hit that large secret over at Spectacle Rock.
Yeah, so I was guessing that raft was already in 5 because you had the dig dogger blocking the shutter door from the first transport, and then if you take the transport, you can bomb up, but it was a tea room. So you logically couldn't go anywhere there unless, there was another bomb wall to find. So I was assuming that raft was going to be in 5 at that point, and then it was I think it was White Sword in 7, and then, put Feat of Strength for the ladder, which that was my last overworld spot I could check. Anyway, so I knew I was probably digging, or as soon as I walked in there, I knew I was going to dig a power bracelet out.
Yeah, that's fair. We were nervous at a couple points since I think both of you fairly early on got that hint about the need for the recorder, and it was leading to the raft, right, which ended up over in 5. Yep. But by the time that those hints showed up, Artorious had the White Sword out of 7, but Ratboy, you did not. So we had some concern about whether or not you might come across 7. Think, hey, the raft's in here, I don't need to care about it, and just move on without picking up that combat upgrade. Thankfully, it was only one room in.
Yeah, so if it wasn't one room to the right, and I found a Triforce and didn't find the item, I 100% would have dipped out of there, and that would have sucked.
It does seem like I have focused on finding ways that could have tripped you up, Ratboy, and I've made a whole list of them. It appears. I don't think that was intentional, but that's apparently what I've done.
No, I mean, it's all the thoughts that we have when we're running too, right? Is trying to piece together the puzzle as early as possible, so that you can sort of get in know and go mode, as much as you can. And yeah, there's definitely times where you make that. I would have made the assumption that the raft was in 7 if I didn't stumble on the item, and I would have been sorely mistaken. But luckily, the combat upgrade, they were nice. They put the terrible combat in there, but they give you an upgrade nice and free.
Yeah, and Artorious had the wand out of 6. That was the item that was sitting over there. And, some great work that Artorious was doing with that one, going ahead and doing the double tap strategies to get the same power as a mag. So, you had the tools eventually to go through and deal with the combat problems out there. Just, there was an awful lot of those combat problems to deal with.
Yeah, I'll say the other nice thing that the seed actually did was, they told you that 7 and 4 were ladder blocked super quick. So you didn't waste a bunch of time going through and then having to double back there anyway. So that was nice of the seed.
Yeah, agreed. Especially 4 being what it was, and then that room that you were ladder blocked in also being a heart drop, which was a fun one.
Yeah, that was a nice surprise because I knew what I had coming after that. take all the health I can get.
So I think we're all looking forward to seeing the next round of this best of 3. When are you two facing off again?
Saturday, same time, 10 p.m. Eastern.
All right, sounds pretty good. I think we have some other semifinal matches, but I don't happen to have the list open, unfortunately.
I do. We have one tomorrow night at 9 p.m. The Pirate Sheep versus Custom. We have Ratboy and Artorious on the 6th at 10 p.m., which will be game 2. Pirate Sheep and Custom will have their game 2 on the 7th at 9 p.m. And then we'll see if the game 3s are necessary. Ideally so, because these are great matches to watch with some very, very talented players. And those will take place on the 8th and the 9th. So effectively, we have some Zelda 1 randomizer every single night for the next few days.
Excellent. All right. I think we should probably start wrapping it up. Is any final comments or thoughts from either of you, Artorious or Ratboy?
I just wanted to say thank you, comms, trackers, restreamers, all that stuff, admins. This has been a blast of a tournament, so definitely enjoy each and every bit. And I think Ratboy said it in chat. Thank you for volunteering your time on this holiday. So thank you.
You are very welcome. Very welcome. We thoroughly enjoyed this.
Yeah, I'll just echo that and say, GG's Artorious, and let's see what game 2 holds for us.
All right. Well, thank you to our audience as well for being around to watch this, and thank you to SpeedGaming for hosting us, and of course Camion for tracking. Neon, you want to give us the final word?
Yeah, I'll actually echo a lot of this. Camion, thank you for tracking. The trackers are the real MVPs, by the way. Keeping all this information on the screen to make sure everyone has the opportunity to know, regardless of what stage that they're in. That's incredibly important, and it's really challenging to do across 2 screens. So I want to give a big shout out for that one. Obviously for the runners, GG's guys, this is great. Thank you for doing this for everyone's entertainment here today. Which, of all the people who showed up, they're here to watch you guys, right? People are here volunteering their time and their energy and their efforts to do this. And it's a really compelling, a really exciting thing. And then lastly, I want to say, aside from SpeedGaming, which by the way, thank you for letting us get this restreamed over on your channel, is Pedantic Potato. It was wonderful having an opportunity to do comms with you, and I look forward to doing more of this in the future.
I agree. Well, thank you all, and have a good night.
Have a good night.
Take care.